Have you got an aluminium glazed door that won't close or even lock properly? Maybe it's even scraping at the bottom. Well, you are not alone. Mine looked fine after installation, but after a few weeks or so, it started sagging like this. In this video, I'll show you why this happens and how to fix it using a simple method called toe and healing. It's really simple and you can do it yourself with just a few tools. Aluminium and uPVC glazed doors can drop over time if they're not correctly toe and heeled. That means the weight of the glass isn't being properly supported, so it starts to sag. This will happen on the handle side. It might look minor at first, but over time that frame shifts. The lock might misalign and it becomes harder to open or close. A few tools you definitely need: a glazing paddle, a pick, and some glazing packers. And a few extras that will make your life easier: a sucker or a helper, otherwise known as a fluffer, a little lubricant, some cloths, a measuring device, and a small hammer. I would highly recommend getting one of these as well. This is a plasterboard lift. You can get them from Screwfix and it's got a fixed top. I'll quickly show you what's happening on mine. You see these little bits here? They are adjusted. If you undo that Allen key, you can spin this round. So this either moves up or down. It's already on its maximum up, but when I shut it, it's hitting the top of the keeps here and just rolling over that top bit. I'm just going to give you a quick confirmation that I've done a bad job installing this. It's not an out of frame issue because this is plumb and that measurement there is the same as that measurement down there. So it's definitely not out of frame or a hinge issue. If I check this measurement here, that is 35mm, whereas over here, that is 39mm. I'll explain the principle of toe and healing quickly. On this door, I've put some tape. Just below here are glazing packers and the same on the side. Opposite corner, there's some there and there. The entire door frame is effectively braced by the glass in a diagonal fashion. It's very similar to how a wooden gate's braced, always from the bottom corner of the hinge side upwards. There's two main reasons why this might have happened to you. Either like me, you haven't put enough packing at the top, or secondly, your side packer might have dropped down. Either which way, you need to take the beads off and repack it. First, check where your beads are. Mine are inside, just here. That is the glass. That is a separate piece of aluminium. If you look on the outside, the glass is there. There's no separate bit. On here, there's a gasket just in here, and then the wedge gasket is here, which is wider and slope. You need to get the wedge gasket out first, whatever side it is on. For plastic windows, most of the time you go straight for the beads with a metal scraper and you go straight in and pop it out. But on aluminium, get your pick, stick it in the corner, grab your wedge gasket and pull it out. Put out all four sides. And if you're after any of these tools, there's a link in the description for my Amazon shop. Before we finally pop them beads off, we just need to think about safety, just in case there's a gust of wind and it pops your window out. That wouldn't be healthy, would it? Get your helper or your sucker, stick it on the window. And then we're just going to use this. I've got two of these. I'm going to brace it just in case. Check what bead needs to come out first. For mine, it's the side one. Mine are really easy to get out. I just need to rotate it that way and just use the wedge like that. Before we get to the quick fix, I'm going to show you my install because it's quite a bit different. I have foam backing rod around the outside, as well as additional packers in the side, just here, there, and in the opposite corners. There's a 1mm space between them packers and the glass. It's just a security measure so someone can't flex the frame. They are not bracing the frame, it's only that that's bracing it, but you might need to take these out if you've got them in order to lift the frame. And on the bottom just here and 150 up the sides, I have got a silicone to stop any water ingress. That might need to be removed as well if you've got that. That silicone is Silarub 2. It is non-reactive to the butyl seal around the edge of your glazing unit. If your side packer on here has dropped down, when you reinstall it, make sure you put a little bit of silicone just underneath and then that will keep it in place. Use the right silicone, although saying that, it is taped, so you might get away with it. I don't need to do that because I've got the foam backer rod keeping everything in there. Keep an eye on your gasket on the outside edge. For there, it's pretty much in line with the warm edge spaces in the actual glazing unit, And as I come across, I can see more of it. That tells me definitely that this corner needs to come up. Sometimes you will need to take a packer out of here in order to lift that. There's a couple of different ways of lifting that with your glazing paddle, or there's one really easy way with one of these. One of them is wedging it in between the glass and the frame and trying to lever it up. It does work. And sometimes you can open the door, get your wedge and lift it in the corner. But the best way is to get your pole, put it up here, squeeze your trigger and lift your frame. That will give you plenty of clearance to get your extra packers in. Unfortunately, I can't lift my frame enough without cutting out this silicone and removing these security packers on the bottom. Fortunately, I need to cut this out anyway because this glass is blown and I need to replace the whole thing. Taking them ones out down there. Now, in order to move this up, I do need to take this one out. I need to get the glazing paddle again, wedge it in, move the glass that way and remove the side packer. That's given me enough room to easily put another 3mm packer in there. We'll try that first. Check this measurement again. I need another mil. Same process, just extend it out, stick your next packer in. To release this, you just need to push that. Now we just need to get the beads in. So that bit there needs to hook in first on mine and then the back. So we're going to go in at an angle and push it down. So you might need the assistance of the little glazing hammer on this. It depends how your beads are, especially when you're doing uPVC. And they need to go in the same way, or the same order that they come out. Next, you need to pop in your wedge gasket. If you need a little bit of lubricant for that, soapy water is good. If you do use something like this silicone lubricant spray that I recommended in the past, be extremely careful because it can affect the seal of the actual glazing unit. But if it's tight, you might be all right. And it's as easy as squashing it against the glass and then pushing it down. You can use the back of your glazing paddle or even a gasket roller. Now it should open and close smoothly. No issues. Amazing. Hopefully that's helped you fix your door. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions or if your door's still giving you grief. Give this video a like if it helped you and subscribe for more DIY fixes. Right then, better get cracking.